Hi, Shalom, Sister Kate here. I just thought I'd squeeze in a live while I'm waiting for my ducks to have their bath time and before the sun sets. There's always that one duck. She's a loner. She doesn't want to be with everybody else. So she takes her sweet time. She doesn't even go out there half the time. She stays inside the pen while the rest of them go have fun in the bath area. Let's see. There is Christy. There she was. And there's Aid. Hey, Aid, what's up? And there's just me. Hello. Hello, channel friends. What's going on with you guys right now? Are you guys getting ready to take a Shabbat tomorrow? Because I know I am. I'm very much looking forward to it. Pastor and I have had a very busy week. And I do have some... Excuse me, I'm setting up the tripod. I'm not trying to with you guys. I'm just trying to get this thing set up so I don't have to move it around anymore. And hopefully I will not be having to get up suddenly because a hawk is attacking my my ducks or anything like that. There we go. For once, I don't have to actually hold the phone. I can sit on my bench in my little area. I called it the orchard, but I want to... Excuse me. Whoa, excuse me. I want to name it something. Hey, there's Ken Warland. Hello, shalom. I want to name it something like Gooseford Park or, Grace Acres. Hey, Kai Jen, long time no see. And a channel supporter. Thank you. I think it might end up being Pateau Chateau because my daughter said that means duck house in French, and I kind of like the way it rhymes. And she had another name. I have to look at her text that was kind of like that I like too. There's Troy Short. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Troy. And there's National Match. Goose Down Hollow. That's not a bad one. That's a pretty good suggestion. I was wondering if I should call it a holler. Tim Pack. Hello, Sister Kate. Good to see you and PJ in person today. Yeah, there you are, Tim. I was going to start talking about you. So Tim was shopping for groceries today. You can tell your side of the story if you want, Tim. And so were Pastor and I just stopping by there, picking up some gas. And we're not going to talk about exactly where, just at a store. Doing our last minute shopping. We'd been to the post office and we'd been... had lunch at a new restaurant that opened up in our town, which was nice. Enjoyed that. And then Tim recognized my husband and walked up and was like, hey, PJ, I'm Tim. And, a little bit of chat here and there. And that was kind of fun. That was kind of we weren't really expecting it. But it's not a bad thing to just get recognized out of the blue, because it hasn't happened to us in a while. Not that we're looking around for it, we're not Taylor Swift or anything like that, but it's not bad every once in a while to run into someone who you know and can say, hey man, thanks for watching the channel, appreciate it. Nice meeting your family. I won't talk about them unless you want to talk about them, just because it's the internet. But his wife was there, Tim's wife was there, and I think his granddaughter. It was very nice. Hello, Sister Kate, stopping in for a pre-Shabbat chit-chat. Well, there you go, Lamb Keeper. That's what it's for. I haven't done a live in a while, and there's Tiago Gamke. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Kate. Tiago, tell me about yourself. Is that a Hispanic name? Is that an Indian name? That's kind of I've never heard of a Tiago. There's Forest Dog. She's been watching my, or he, I think you're a girl, aren't you, Forest Dog? Watching my reels and commenting on them. I appreciate that. The ones that are on Instagram. I'm having a really fun time with making reels. They're not like the typical ones on there that have a template and certain music. I'm liking the artistic freedom of just making them up. Yeah, I thought you were a lady, so yeah. Who else is a channel? She's a channel supporter too. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Shout out to you and to the Lamp Keeper. And Lamp Keeper has recently started, like, incorporated herself, made herself into an actual business. And you could talk about that here if you want, Lamp Keeper. I think it's goes with her writing a book. There's Scotty John. Shalom. And Scotty has been commenting on videos on the YouTube channel, which I always appreciate. And let me just do a real quick, for people who are new to the channel, a real quick rundown about how things are working on there. YouTube, I try to get around, says Connie John. Are you on Instagram too? YouTube, because Patreon was getting, so many people going there, decided to open up the YouTube channels for a Patreon-like support. So if you wanted to financially support people whose content you liked, you could. And it wasn't just from ads, it was more direct. And so in live streams, some of you guys, some of my crew had said, hey, we think you should do that thing. And at first, I'm Brazilian, follower of Senor PJ and Bear Nation. Well, are you in Brazil, Tiago, or are you an American in Brazil? And welcome, and you have a lovely country. Hey, C103. Anyway, some of you crew guys said, we think you should do that thing, and I resisted it for a while. And then eventually, in other lives, people were like, no, you probably ought to try that. So I asked my husband, that's the G or Gee household, shalom. And I was happy to say hi, but didn't want to intrude too much. I'm sure we would have had a good long vision about sharing things. Yes, and I think we probably will be able to do that, Tim. Now that we've met each other, we can probably, start having the antenna thingies going on. Sorry about the geese. They're yelling because the dog's here. They're very protective. They're suspicious of the dog. Suka, come on. Hey, come on. So I opened up the channel to joining. YouTube had me jump through a bunch of hoops and list things. And if you're a channel supporter, hey, I'm trying to have a live stream here, you guys. Suka's not going to bother you, all right? It's okay. If you type in fire or amen, there should be a little picture that pops up in either on the chat or next to your name or whatever. I could have downloaded those little memes or whatever they're called, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to download, little happy faces that everybody in the world has been using. I wanted individual things, so I had to make photos that I had myself. Tiny, 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 and I'm not very computer literate, so it took me a long time to get those 3, and I could add more, but it was so hard the first time, I haven't added any. Anyway, there's a blue join button on the front of the YouTube channel, and that's where you can push if you want to support the channel financially, and it's not required. I don't require anybody to do that. It's only if you want to, and some of you do, and I thank you for that. Also, when you do that, there's a few little benefits that you get. You get access to some behind the scenes videos, and you get some life hacks when I remember to do it, and stuff like that. And so that's what I was trying to do this week. I was trying to get to the different levels. Hey, CB. I'll read your comment in just a minute. I was trying to get to the different levels because I've kind of neglected everybody. And so I did a couple of little short videos, and in the past, I could just put them on the community page. And if you were at a certain level, like the Neo Pioneers or $8 a month or whatever, I could say, it's here, and it would show, like I could see it on the community thing when I went there. This time, I guess they sent everybody a link, and that's how they could go see the video. So that's why, if you looked at the comments, you could see me asking people, like, did you see the notification? Were you able to watch the videos? Because I'd upload a couple of those things for those channel members. And people who are supporting the channel financially, I am calling channel members. There's no guideline for that. But if you're just here to watch the videos because you like the channel, but you're not supporting me, I call you all subscribers. And I call all of you crew because that's what you guys wanted to be called, Kate's Crew. So if I say crew, I'm talking about all you all. Now, there is a crew level for joining, and that's the lowest level. So it's covered. Your crew, whether you're that level or just a subscriber and just a person commenting or whatever. There's no stigma. There's no, I don't differentiate between you all except for the things that YouTube said I should do. And the people who are doing those things know that. And for the highest level, the crew chiefs, I actually am writing a book with them, and I just started the introductions to it, and now I can't figure out how to get the rest of it on there. But somebody said, like, take a picture with the phone, scan it on the phone, and then try to upload it. So I will get to that. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to get that out of the way, and then let me read your comments, because I'll be here approximately a half hour, maybe a little longer, because I've got to lock these guys up and then go lock up the birds. Hello, Colleen Rodimer, who I would get confused with Prepper What Colleen, because I had a cousin Colleen, so I like the name. So let's go with CB. Thanks for the info on my question. I will follow your instructions and let you know how it goes. Appreciate you. Okay, CB. Good luck. Be safe. That's the biggest thing. And take your time. Lamp Keeper. I also will be opening and organizing business next year. Cool. All right. In 2023. Colleen Rodimer is in North Texas. The other Prepper What Colleen is in Indiana. And there's Lone Star Living. Shalom. How are things on your farmstead, Lone Star? Dragon Shield 1776. Thank you, Sister Kate and PJ and other Vikings for praying for my wife. She is out of the hospital but still needs continuing prayer for healing. All right. Well, you're welcome, Dragon Shield, and we will continue the prayers. What else was I going to say? Yep, slipped my mind. Yep, need to close up rabid chickens for the night myself. Yeah, and what I've been trying to do with those little chicks, the 11 little chicks that I've had in photos and on videos and stuff, is to start letting them out at night a little bit before the sun goes down so they can, get out of that pen for a little while. If I do it during the day, I have a cat, and there's no doubt in my mind she would just eat them. She would kill them without question. So I've been trying to get them so they have a little bit more outdoor time, and I'm also going to swap kennels, because the same size kennel on the other side of where the little ones are has one hen and 2 chicks, and her chicks are about half grown. She's got a whole, it's like 10 by 10 space, and then this other mom with the 11 chicks is in her 10 by 10 space, but that kennel, that dog kennel's right in the middle, so they don't really have a lot of runaround room. And so tonight or tomorrow night, soon, I'm going to swap them. I'm going to put the smaller family in where the doghouse is, and the bigger family in the kennel that doesn't have that there. Oh, good job, CB. I always have a refuge kit with me wherever I am. There's Linda Hipple. She's a moderator. Thank you for that, Linda. Much appreciated. Thank you. Anytime. I have a t-shirt I had made years ago. Back when the free hugs thing was a movement online, I had a t-shirt that says free prayer, because prayer is free. Ask and ye shall receive. Tiago, I live in a homestead in Brazil, and here it is already 19 p.m. I mean, like 7 p.m. Praise Yah for the Sabbath. Yes, praise Yah for the Sabbath. And what kind of homestead do you have? Do you have like the small kind like I do, or do you have like a ranch with 100 cattle? So one of the things that, ooh, I just heard a shot. I wonder if that was my husband. One of the things Pastor Joe and I did was go to our new property, and I tied my goats out up there lately. I've been moving those electric fences, but it takes time. It's about 2.5 hours for me to move those 4 electric fences. Oh, here comes the other dog. 7 p.m. All right, cool. That's really not that much different from us. Moving the goats, tying the goats out, and the weather's been pretty mild, and they're used to it, and I didn't feel like messing with the fence, so I went up there. But this week, I got an electric chainsaw. Yes, I did. Can y'all hear me over the geese? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me over the geese. Yeah, I got a DeWalt electric chainsaw. And someone had given Pastor Ryobi chainsaw, same thing, electric, but it just doesn't work. So he said, no, we're going to get you a new one. And so I actually used my electric chainsaw up there. Very exciting. Oh, good. You guys can hear me. Good, 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 good. Yay. And I cut something in here too. I was gonna do a video on it. I thought I did do a video on it. But this tree right here by my front gate was actually turning into a tree. Like last year when I put the gate on it, it was still a sapling, but it got about 10 or 12 feet tall, and I was like, nope, I don't want my front gate attached to something that big. And so that was like the second or third thing I cut with that chainsaw, and it works pretty good. And today, oh, hers is a cobalt. That's funny. Well, you need it though, Landkeeper. You've got land like I do. The first thing I cut was down here, little teeny tree, just to make sure. I had Pastor give me lessons on safety. Linda, I think you're the one who told me about them years ago. I've won extra batteries, and it fits in my small backpack quiet too. I think you're the one who told me to check it out, and I thought, no, there's no way back then. I thought I can't do it. Well, I did it, and today I cut something about this big around, which I thought was, pretty good for me, having never used a chainsaw before. There was a tree sticking out in the road, sort of, and I kept having to veer around it with the Terex. And so as soon as I got this thing, I'm like, nope, we're going to cut that thing back. And I did that today. And I also cut part of a downed tree because we need some dry kindling for next week because it's going to be cold here. So I cut all that. My husband does not allow me to use a real one. My husband would let me, but I'm just not strong enough anymore. Chainsaws scare me. Bear makes it look so easy. Well, Bear has a lot of experience, and he is strong. Like, he's been getting stronger in the last couple of years. When we met him, he was not in the best of shape. He'd probably admit that, but he's been working on it now for a couple of years, and he's very strong. He's got some very big chainsaws. There is Serenity, Haven, Homestead. Good afternoon, SK. Well, good afternoon to you. And what kind of homestead do you have? You have the small animal kind, the backyard kind of homesteady thing, or do you have an actual business? What else did I wanted to tell you all? I wanted to tell you about the chainsaw, and I was using it. We got a lot of rain. That was good. Oh, and I cut some of the small trees around the fence here in the chateau, just to kind of get it clear, because there's a lot of vines and things that grow up around this fence. Can you see it? It's just field fence. It goes all the way around this area, and in the summer it gets a lot of stuff growing up, and all the little trees along the fence line make it hard to walk around it and to trim things back. And yeah, so I did some chainsaw work there too. Okay, Serenity Haven Homestead sells eggs, apple butter, and pumpkin butter. Ooh, they sound really good. Are you selling them online too? Is that one of the things you're doing there, like getting orders and then shipping them off? And there's Renee Henricks, a Shalom tribe, along with smallish wood decorations. That's kind of cool too. Lampkeeper, my brother had one kick back and hit him in the forehead. Yes. That was one of the questions I asked Pastor, was like, how does the kickback thing happen? What do I need to avoid? I've already been training my mind that if the chainsaw for any reason has a problem, I'm just going to drop it and jump back. because I'm not strong enough to wrestle with it anymore. It's 9 pounds. I know that much. I weighed it, and it says in its description it's 9 pounds. So that's just a little bit more than a gallon of milk, and these days that's about as much as I carry in one hand if I can help it. Serenity Haven Homestead says small farmstead, chickens and ducks. Sounds like me. Can you hear my ducks in the background? There's Homestead Tessie. Well, welcome to the live stream, Homestead Tessie. Good to see you. I'm in my orchard area where I keep my ducks and geese and stuff, and they're bathing right now. They're outside having a good time. Hopefully you can see them over there, because we've had rain, and so their little pond thing is nice and wet, and there's all sorts of, they go out there and snurfle. That's what I call it, snurfle in the leaves when it's all wet and muddy, and they're looking for bugs. And one of them is definitely gung-ho on the acorn. She's been eating the acorns big time. She's so glad to be here. Homestead Tessie has a very nice channel. Lots of interesting stuff. Just a sweet, sweet lady. Excellent tips on frugal living, off-grid stuff. Wonderful. Charlie Sky, Shalom, SK, and everyone. Excuse me. Okay. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Talked about the chainsaw. Oh, the woodworking project up there was one of the videos I was trying to show everybody. And if you got a link for it, that's what it was. So I'll walk you guys up there right now, and you can see. And if you have any questions, you can ask me questions about it. You can ask me questions about anything, really, when I'm on live. If you want to ask a Torah question, I can do that. If you want to ask a homestead question, I can do that. I can show you my scarecrow, because we do have crows, and they ate our ripe peaches earlier in the summer. So it's up there, hopefully to keep the crows from coming down and eating the ducks' food when I throw it out for them. All right, so here we go. This is that little storage area that I've been working on since springtime at least. Woo! It's hard to walk and talk. So it's only 4 feet wide, and it's just for storing things like the diatomaceous earth over here, and some jars, and some insect, mite, and fungus spray for the trees. And these wood shelves, I wanted to get them a little bit higher up so I don't have to keep bending over when I access them. And then I got some dewormer medicated for all kinds of animals for the geese when I thought they had worms. And I have some Bragg's vinegar in there. If I can get that, to add to the water to keep it from getting stagnant and making the ducks sick. So what I did in the video was to put the shelves here, and I cut them myself with an electric hand saw. And I need another 1x4 to make a set of 2 shelves down here. And then way down there where that whiteboard is, I want to add some 2x4s to make a sturdier shelf down there for heavier things like maybe bags of feed or stuff. And then this piece of wood right here is from our sawmill. It's actually our oak wood, and it was just a piece that someone had cut and didn't use. So I was thinking I might make a shelf out of that too in here. And then right up here, somehow, I want to have a little porch, little overhang coming off. And I've already got the supports that it's going to be based on. And I kind of have an idea of how I'm going to do it. And I'll probably cover it with some more of that roofing metal. We still have some of that left from making the longhouse. And so I'll probably snag some of that. And then I have, whoa, Well, I only have one here. The other one's too heavy for me to move. I have a cedar tree down because cedars are bad for fruit trees. They give a mold to your apple trees, and so we cut these cedars down and limbed them, and they're very water resistant and bug resistant. So I'm going to, just like on our front porch, I am going to wow, is that the sun? I guess that is the sun. I am going to use them as supports on that little porch. And once that's on there, that little project will be done. And then I've already decided what my next project is going to be after that. And it's going to have something to do with our new pond. And that was another video for channel supporters, was just a really a little video on the pond. We were up there today. Well, let me stop talking for a minute. There's Sheepdog Tanker. Shalom, long time no see. Do you find with age it is harder to have the energy daily for homestead chores? I do, Homestead Tessie, and it's been a while since we've been in communication, but I had a pretty bad dental infection earlier in the year that had been going on for years, and it hadn't really been bothering me, so I had no idea how serious it was. And I was put on a lot of antibiotics. Like in a month, I had 4 different antibiotics, and it just ruined my guts. So I've recovered from that, but I've got a side effect from all of that where my joints hurt now, where they never did before. So that kind of ties in with everything I've been talking about. That chainsaw is 9 pounds. That's as much as I can lift right now. I have to be cognizant. I have to be aware of my shoulders, my back, my lower back, my knees, even my hands, because I did, some strenuous work yesterday, and this morning my hands aching woke me up. So yes, I didn't know that about cedars and apple trees. It's true, Charlie Sky. You do not want those cedars anywhere near your apples because they get a mold or a mist off of it. I am soon 53, and at times I get so tired, but good news, I lost now 100 pounds in the last 2 years. That has really helped me. Good for you, Homestead Tessie. I know you had set a goal for yourself to lose weight, and now you have. And if you want to tell us how you did it, you can share that too. That's really good news. Aledwin Mayor, Shalom, just got here. Cedars and fruit trees, did not know. It is true. CBDE, I bought some, but I'm still not sure about using it to store rice, beans, and flour. I keep hearing good and bad. It's such a pain having to freeze these foods before storing them. I've never done the diet soil. I know Pastor did in some barrels outside. He ordered it and put it in there with him. I do not know if it's working. I have the diatomaceous just to keep mites and stuff down on the birds, but I don't rely on it alone. That's why I also have that wormer, because here's a story time. At High Prairie Acres, I had goats, and a neighbor had goats. And she used diatomaceous earth to deworm her goats, and I used permethrin. I sprayed it on my field where they ate. And at the end of that summer, her goats still had worms, and mine didn't have any. So I'm not convinced diatomaceous earth is perfect for worming. There is Bad Wabbit, a channel supporter. Shalom, shalom, Bad Wabbit. Thank you for alerting me to the issue with the video. I appreciate how fast you were. How near is near? A Leadwood mare, like, we cut them down, I would say, within 10, 20, 50 feet. Like, we definitely tried to clear this whole area where our fruit trees are. There are fruit trees on other parts of the property. I'm not sure. Okay, made it home. Good to know. Our Shepherds LLC. Shalom. Why are you an LLC, Shepherds? What are you shepherding? Shepherd-wise. Just all natural. I stopped eating my emotions. The Lord has changed my life radically. Oh, good for you. I should do that too. I should stop using sugar to make myself feel better. But sugar makes you feel like if someone told you they loved you. It's the dopamine release. So one way of, not eating as much is to just figure out other dopamine things like sitting out with your ducks that release those same good feelings in you. Hello. That eating a chocolate bar does. I'll show you these guys wandering by. There go the pecans. Everyone's back at the bath. There they go. Run, 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 little waddling duckies. Music, working out, all sorts of things will help you feel better. All right. Yes, I eat everything I wish, but small portions. Yep, and that's how Dolly Parton's been doing it for years. I also lost 95 pounds, but I can stop now. Okay, good. Do that then. If you're good there, then do stop. Just helping with the flock. Well, LLC, you're incorporated. You're getting paid or selling something, aren't you? Or are you? I'm starting my weight loss journey soon. Wish me luck. I have about 100 pounds to lose too. Okay, good luck, Lamb Keeper. I should lose like 40, but right now we're so busy, and I eat a lot less than I used to, but right now I'm just not paying that much attention. I've been eating a lot of salads, but I haven't lost any real weight. Try to watch waddling ducks without smiling. Almost impossible. It's true. That's why I'm down here. And I figured it out the other day because my husband does not like birds. He told a story in his life why he does not like birds. I like ducks. It's because they're fun. Forest Ghost Preparedness. Shalom, sister. Shalom, Forest Ghost. Chrissy B, I'm 5'2" and at 105 pounds, I think that's fine. I do too. I think you could be 120 and you'd be fine, Christy B. So I'm with you on that. Oh, here they come. It's because they're so active. I find that fun. They talk while they move. They move a lot. They move in a group. They're very energetic, these guys, except when they have naps. And I like the colors of their feathers. Even the ones that are like dark, it's a quality of dark. There's some brown in there, there's some tan in there. These black ones have some white spots because they're ones that were hatched here and they have some of the pecans in them. So yeah, that's my reason for liking ducks. So Forest Ghost, how did you name your channel? What is Forest Ghost? Homestead Tessie said you gave it to God, and it has been a journey. Yep, that's the right way to do it. Edwin Mirror, I can't listen to ducks. Why not? Okay, so I used the tools in there and that power saw to work on the shelves in there. I wanted to talk about that. It's a Ryobi electric circular saw. And I thought it was a little bit heavy for me the time that I used it, but compared to the chainsaw, I wanted to know. So the Ryobi is 6.6 pounds, so it's a little bit less. But I thought at 9 pounds, that's very reasonable for a chainsaw. And I only have one battery, and I put the bar oil in it myself. And I have safety glasses that I wear, and Pastor also tells me carry one of the, what do you call it? When you cut yourself and you're bleeding a lot, you have to put on a tourniquet. Carry a tourniquet whenever I'm using it. So the construction, the explanation of the channel, you're all crew members. But some crew members support the channel financially, and so they have other titles: Neo Pioneer, Crew Chief, and just crew. So everybody's crew, but there's also a separate little thing going on off the side. Not required. We're not running the wood stove right now. It's too warm here, but we'll be running it next week. And it heats the whole house. We love it. We also have one now for the longhouse. where we have our Torah portion things on Saturdays, on Shabbat during the day. And it is a Pioneer Princess. So it's a little different than the one we have, but it's installed and we've been using that. And we're going to be canning on that soon. The ladies and I have been waiting for that thing to be installed for a while. And so we are going to be canning and trying to do like 4 canners at once on the top of that thing. So that'll be kind of an adventure. Oh, I can't listen to Doug's without smiling. Me too. Troy Short. Keto is how my wife and I lost weight. Our keto tree on Facebook is her group she made. Oh, there's my daughter telling me hi, Mom. I don't think she's here on YouTube, but maybe she sent me a text. And then I'll tell you I'll be right back. I'm going to try to go to the chat. Just stay here. Don't worry. It reads. I'm going to try to just reduce this thing and see if I can read her text real quick. Oh, well, never mind. I couldn't do it. No, there is Jay Johns. Good brother in the faith. Did not know ducks enhanced shalom. Absolutely. For some people, Jay Johns. For some people. Animals, pets, they help you relax. For other people, they just find them annoying. My husband said he just bought the same chainsaw. Maybe we'll try it one day. Excellent, CB. Just keep safety in mind. And how old are you anyway? And you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Forest Ghost. So I was hunting one fall morning, still dark out, when I saw what I swear was a see-through apparition walk right by my tree stand. It spooked me to my core. I lived by an old Civil War battlefield. Woo, that is a cool story. There's Angela Lewis. Shabbat Shalom. There is Swamp Donkey Off-Grid. I love that name. So Swamp Donkey Off-Grid, tell me about your off-grid living. Are you in a cabin that you bought yourself, or in a house you built for yourself, or whatever? Serenity. I need to clear up my old apple orchard and redo that entire area, roughly 1/3 of an acre, and on the steeper terrain plant ramps to sell commercially along with apples and such. Awesome. That's a great project. Are you, all about pruning apple trees and things like that, Serenity Homestead? Because when we finally pruned these fruit trees at the correct time of year, they produce more fruit. And also, it really helped. I watched a video. Oh, gosh. Hang on. I'll think of their name in a minute. They're down in Louisiana. Reap What You Sow channel. Jerieth did a video on fertilizing her fruit trees, and after that I started to fertilize these ones, and I plan on bringing rabbit manure down too. Where? Oh, okay. The geese came back in. They know they're going to be going to bed soon. I finally got a dehydrator. Grandson is making his first batch of deer jerky. He's so excited. Chrissy B, I hope it turns out well. CB48. Yeah, so you're like me. I mean, I'm older than you are, but as we get older, just be careful in the things you're trying to do. There's Grandma Ginger's Farm. Shalom, y'all. Sorry I'm late again. Don't worry, Grandma Ginger's Farm. The thing that you apologized for missing the other day was not a live stream. The YouTube tells us creators that if we put videos out and we call them or premiere, they get more views than if we don't. And so that's why I've been doing it lately. Don't worry about it. Right now, partial hookup, Arizona desert, built toy hauler with solar, etc. Wow. So what are you doing for water, Swamp Donkey Off-Grid? And why do you call yourself Swamp Donkey if you're in Arizona? Yeah, Grandma Ginger, don't you worry about it. If it's a premiere, it's just something they said to do. Oh, and I did my channel review. I think that was a live stream. What, like a week ago, week and a half ago? Um, and that was kind of interesting for me to look at the videos and the ones that got the best views. And I talk about, how different like one of the most popular ones was the one where I'm talking about MGTOW men. I only did that for a short while, and it's like one of my biggest videos. And another one was how a tornado somewhere was a good prepper exercise, and that had thousands of views. So I was trying to pay attention, right? I'm trying to improve how I'm doing videos and, trying to be a little bit more responsive. And I think the fact that there is an opportunity to join has made like 7 subscribers quit. Either that, or maybe they were people that my husband recommended, and then they figured out I'm an old lady, doing things different than my husband. I'm not talking about not doom, intelligence and analytical world situations right now. I'm kind of talking about the homesteady side of things right now. And so I lost 7 subscribers in like 2 days. And I'm like, you know what? If I paid attention to that, I would just be a nervous wreck. So I'm just gonna try to keep putting out good content. I've been thinking of getting an electric one. Good to know you like them. Yeah, Bad Wabbit, it worked for me. Any subjects on prepping is really popular right now, said Homestead Tessie. And Homestead Tessie, you do some good videos, like dumpster diving, that most preppers don't do. And I'm glad you do, because there's nothing wrong with dumpster diving if you go to places. And like, I'll just give an example. A sister and I went to like a Family Dollar or a Dollar General or something to buy things, and to get the cardboard, because they have the cardboard outside. And I asked the manager if I can have some for my garden, and they were like, yeah, take all you want. So we went out there, and there were some clear bins out there too. Some of them were a little dinged up. But my sister in the faith and I are the kind of people who are like, I can still use that for something. I can catch water for my ducks with a busted bin. It doesn't have to be perfect. And so we dumpster dive these bins. So you've got some really good topics, but I've been doing this 10 years. Like, I feel like I have a lot of videos on preparedness stuff. Maybe people don't want to go through them all, but you can do a search. At least I can see it on the page. When I go to the video section up at the top, it'll say like search your videos. And so I can put in a topic like, what did I do recently? The one that I just said, I shot this thing 3 years ago, but it's still good. Has to do with, Israel and all that. Anyway, I found that one by just putting in some words, and boom, it comes up. But the last thing I want to do is like how to put up a tent, or, buying food for less and storing it. So many videos about that. I'm not interested in that stuff anymore. I've been thinking, okay, anyone else there get stuck in the mud lately? The 18-wheeler got stuck, had to use a dump truck to get it out. You've got some big equipment there, lady. The T-Rex doesn't get stuck in the mud, so I've been pretty lucky. Moving on to property next week. Super excited. Oh, that's cool. Did you buy your own, J. Johns? That's awesome. I'm really interested in homesteading too. I really get tired of the doom and gloom. I'm just not part of that, but I do like prepping, as you all know. Right. And I like projects doing, like, how am I trying to phrase this? A brother told me he likes how I just take things and use them and make stuff out of them. I like that aspect, because on a certain level, when you're prepping, if you don't have what you need, you're going to have to figure out how to make up for what you don't have. If you don't have a specialized tool, or, you can't get the certain kind of fencing you want, you're going to have to figure out how to make do. And that's the kind of thing I like. Yeah, I thought you meant homesteading. Some of us like the variety and find both you and Pastor's Foods interesting. Thank you, Grandma Ginger's Frame. You guys are the ones. You You guys who can stand for the variety are the ones who are the backbone of the channel. I got 12 sets of brand new Red Wing boots dumpster diving. Right? Come on. That's a bargain. That's an excellent find. Righteous Revival Fire Farm. Erev Shabbat. Blessings to all. Thank you, Righteous Revival. Are you Sister Johanna? Yeah. Half my trailer build is repurposed materials. Exactly. I have over 3,000 videos. I feel like now I just share my life. Right? And Tessa, you had some things on your channel that were unique that I like too, that I'm not doing, like the diary from your grandmother and things that you read. I thought those were unique, and I'm, glad that you shared that. I really enjoyed your latest wood stove cooking. Thank you, Forest Dog. That makes 3 I have now. Forest Goes Preparedness Sister, what's the temperature you and Pastor let the house get before you fire up the stove? We've been fully heating the cabin on our stove this year. To save wood and everything, it's got to be like down into the 50s. We've had a few fires. It's been near 60s, and inside the house it's between like 61 and 69 during the day. We don't always do a fire for that, but if it's into like 59, then we light it up. And that wood stove, depending on the wood, will raise the temperature all the way up to almost 80 in there. The 18-wheelers are friends. Elisha is helping haul hay. Oh, wow. Yeah, there you are. So, Righteous Revival. Look, I can't keep. I'm going to call you RRFF. Do you still have livestock? Do you still have goats? Because I remember years ago having a conversation with you and you warning me about this horrible skin disease goats in the area got. I still have goats. I have 11. And I'm going to have to start. I'm going to take you with me. I've got to start locking these animals up, because then I'm going to move up to where the chickens are. So, you guys, sorry if it gets a little wobbly and you can't see me. I'm just getting the tripod in a situation so that I can carry. It's easy to get them in there, though. I've got my ducks trained to go in their little house to food, and we do it the same every night. And the geese too. Yeah, look at that sun on the horizon. It's going down. Sabbath is coming. I've got. Come on, ducks. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Get in there. I have 3 more videos to shoot for you all, based on the video study that I did on my channel. I've got them written down because I don't have them remembered. But the Father's Blessings was the first one, and I thought you guys were pretty positive about that. So I got a little hope and a little boost for doing more videos from that. There we go. There they go. Now you guys know I put the fence horizontally because a hawk had killed 2 of these ducks. And I put this little archway. It had been for shade earlier in the drought, but I moved it and I put it here for the same reason. So the hawks can't swoop it in, and hopefully I won't lose any more birds. Oh, get in there, you guys. Come on. Look at them. I guess I could set it like this for a minute. Yeah, let's sort of do that for right now. Come on, you guys. Come on. Come on. All right, everybody get in there. Come on. Walk back out. Come on in. There you go, guys. Good. This is another something I worked on, tightening up this door. If a raccoon comes, it's got to be tight enough that it can't get it open. And When it gets wet, it swells. And I finally stapled the plastic on just to keep the wind from cutting in here when it's like 20 degrees. Doesn't look great, but it works. There. You tighten up. Right now to the geese. Let's see what you guys are saying. We do not have goats currently. Will again in the future. Any other animals? You got sheep or anything like that? After 30-ish years of prepping, I found that the stuff you use and incorporate into your lifestyle is the most rewarding. Yep. We light our stove if it's below 61. There's Patty Sanchez. Shalom. Thanks for supporting the channel, Patty and Jay Johns. Shout out to y'all. All right, it's goose roundup time. They're a little suspicious because when I thought they had worms, I had to grab them and examine them, and boy, they didn't like that. They were not willing to even go into that house after that for a while. Okay. Right. Get this shut up because it's supposed to rain again tonight. Come on, guys. It's time for bed. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Louise. Hang on. We got to move that fence back. All right. There we go. All right. Come on, you little rascals. Let's go. They're so dignified. They just walk very stately. Come on, you guys. Let's go. There's a whole body of people on Instagram who like geese, and I'm getting those reels coming up in my feed all the time now because I've done some too. Ooh, there's another shot. Why is it when I'm doing live streams, there's shots nearby? That one is in the same part of the property to the south as it was that other one that I did in the morning time. But I don't think that's our property. I think it's the property next door. We going in here, guys? They have a routine. I put their food in there, and then they go in. Come on, babies. Let's go. Slowly but surely. There they go. Come on. Good job. All right. They're going to hiss at me a little bit. Okay, good night, you guys. Good night. All right, Shabbat Shalom, gooses. Oh, all right. Let me see what you guys are commenting here. Wow, there's a lot of comments. I'm open to nicknames for the channel. Maybe R2, F2. I like that idea. My wood stove gets started when it's about 50 in the house. Woo, that's kind of cold. Unless it's sunny, then 40s outside, then the doors are open. Okay. That thing completely settled. All right, and then I need to get my bag, my possibles bag with all my things I need when I'm out here up. Got to get that one more tripod leg. I know, it's terrible. The camera's shaking all over the place. I'm sorry about that. All right, I'll give you 2 minutes of things being settled there. Get my hat on. Go to the Terex, drive back to the house. I already cooked some food, so I don't have to cook once the Shabbat is fallen, which it pretty much has now. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Swept the floors, made the bed, got the food ready, cleaned up. Was going to spend the Shabbat with the other people in our group, but they sent a text and said stomach flu's going around, so that was canceled. So it'll be just me and Pastor this Sabbath, which we don't often get to do. We will just Sabbath at the house, the 2 of us. That'll be kind of cozy. All right, so I'm going to put this just for a minute and say goodbye, because I'm going to have to drive the Terex, and I can't drive that and have this thing running at the same time. But let me check your comments real quick. Okay. Jerky on 6 trays, and by the time the second batch dried, the first was eaten. Delicioso. Yep, that's the problem with jerky. You don't want to... You're never going to be able to store it because it always smells so good, you just end up eating it. Debating on getting sheep. We have had very good results with Katahdin sheep. Pastor has 3. He's had them now since springtime, and we have had 0 issues with them. So I can recommend them. And I still have my little... I don't have big dairy goats anymore. I have little mini goats. Not mini goats. Nigerian dwarfs. And I like them. And we have that electric fencing now for it. Chickens and quail. Quail are cool. I would love to have quail, but I don't want to go through the process. We've got like 60 animals now. I'm kind of animaled up to my limit right now. There's DMB. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We meet here in Kentucky at Grindstone Ministries, then visited y'all last May. We're the canine family. Our daughter got knocked down by your goat, and then we gave PJ an outstick. That's right, Shepherd. Now remember y'all. Nice family. I hope everything's going okay. And there's another shot to my south. Sounded almost like a rifle shot. I wonder if they're shooting squirrels or something over there. There's Mark J. Shalom. Making taco nacho dinners for tonight. Salad and lasagna. That sounds good. Thank you for sharing your life with us and awesome information. You're welcome. Sheep are delicious. Had some at last year's ATS. That bear cooked. Yes. The sheep are delicious roasted. I moved to a propane home. Modern appliances won't let the pot be lit manually. No electricity means no heat, fireplace, or hot water. I'll need that wood stove. Yep, I like mine a lot. 60 you could do with an assistant. Well, that's exactly right, Aid. I could. And we do have people in our congregation who help. So that's nice, but you're exactly right. 1 hour south of Tulsa, Christy B. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to say good night now. Shalom now, because I need to get going, but I appreciate you coming to the live stream. And I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate the people who choose to support the channel. I really do enjoy looking at your comments throughout the day, because I know so many of you now. I know your names and your personalities, and it's just like, you know, we're our own community. We're the community on the channel, but we know each other and we've prayed for each other. And there's Brother Andy. I'm going to do chicken, squab, and sheep. Shabbat Shalom, all J. Johns. Very excited about your news. Dragon, praying for your wife. Force goes, thank you for sharing your story. And yours too, Swamp Donkey Off Grid. I love your channel name. Stay cool out there. Grandma Ginger's Farm. Shabbat Shalom. Gotta say, cherish your time with Pastor SK. It's hard when they are gone and you don't think about it till after. Words of wisdom right there. Taking it to heart. Shalom, Sister Kate. Enjoyed the live stream. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for being a moderator and swinging by. Blessings to everyone. Have a great Shabbat. It was a blessing to meet you today. Tim Pack, it was a pleasure. Bless everybody else. Lance Corporal Veteran, we are signing off. So, sorry. This will turn into a video. You can watch the whole thing after that happens. And Shabbat Shalom. We finally got beef bacon in the stores here. Awesome. You and PJ are awesome. Thank you, Sheepdog Tanker. Shalom, shalom, everybody. Bless you. Shalom. Okay. There we go.